Thank you. All right, I will tell you a story about a very special encounter I had a few weeks ago. And it all started with a walk in the park with one of my best friends. The sun was shining, we were walking, and then suddenly he came out with, you know what? I talked to my grandma 2 weeks ago. And I was thinking, okay, I guess now he's getting crazy. Because his grandma is dead since 3 years. So I asked him the legitimate question, okay, but how? And then he said, you know what? I visited a medium and she can have contact with souls in Nirvana who've already passed. And she got the contact with my grandma. And you know what's best? She can even tell you what lives you've been living with your soul and why you came on this world with which purpose. So that was the point. I was hooked. And then I was thinking, okay, I guess I have to meet that lady too. So with that said, a few weeks later I had a session with that lady. And I've never met her before, of course, didn't tell her something about me. And then we were sitting there in a Zoom meeting and she was looking at me and started the session. So she said, okay, Tristan, you're very sensitive, you can feel a lot of stuff, you like to help people, you have bonding problems, and I see a very special talent here, and I get that all the time, and I don't know exactly. And then I said, okay, tell me. And she said, yeah, I always see something with your voice. I always get your voice here. I don't know. What? I get that all the time. What are you? Are you a singer? Do you sing opera? What's going on with that? And then I was silent for a few seconds. And then she said, okay, now tell me, what is it with your voice? And then I said to her, you know what? I quit my job a few months ago and told my boss when I quit the job, I was an author for explanation videos, so I wrote a lot of stuff and e-learning stuff, and I told my boss, you know what? I don't want to write, I want to speak. I have to go. And since then I started a little new career as an audiobook narrator and do that for a few months. So I guess that lady was pretty right with the voice thing. And then we were both silent for a few moments and we saw, okay, we're on the right track here together. And then, yeah, she told me a lot of other stuff. I will tell you in the 10-minute version, but since this is a 2-minute version, I quit that stuff. And at the end, she ended our session 90 minutes later with the words, Tristan, you belong to a stage. You have to be on stage. So I guess this one here had to happen, in a way. And something tells me that it will happen again.